Hey there, Ulti Zeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we got through a bunch of Gerudo Valley Desert Place stuff and killed a bunch of guys. And in this episode, we have a dungeon to clear, and it's got a lot of sand, and you know me with dungeons and Zelda and sand. I have a history with them. Hopefully there won't be any scorpions in this dungeon. But in order to find that out, I've recruited a guest commentator for this episode in classic Zelda fashion. But it's not the one you might be expecting. Say hello, Vinyl.
Howdy do. Last you may have heard of me, I was in Bug Fables in, I think, the Mechanical Beehive, something like that.
Yeah, and
but
now
here I am in the desert.
And now we're gonna just die in sand, so it all comes full circle. That's clearly how that works.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I've seen some circles that are part beehive and part desert. I think that checks out.
Anyways, yes. I thought it would be fun to try and have another guest commentator, because, I don't do a whole ton of guest-y things nowadays, but it was kind of like a staple of, my really old, 10 years ago kinds of content. So I thought it'd be fun to see if any of my friends would be interested in it, in showing up, and this is a giant snake in my face. And
yeah, no scorpions, but giant snakes.
So Vinyl is awesome, and so they were the first person I even asked, and they said yes, so here we are.
And as you can hear, Ulti is extremely sweet, so thank you.
And if you are curious about why a certain captain isn't here, well, honestly, he and I haven't spoken in 2 years, so I think that era of stuff is gone, but I don't know, maybe there can be a new sand counter or something. How do I get over there? Is there a thing I can hookshot? Maybe? Yes.
Yeah, I gotta imagine.
Okay. We got the hookshot in the previous dungeon. For the record, Vinyl has played this game, but not as far as this, as far as she's concerned.
Exactly correct. I'm vaguely familiar with Twilight Princess, but coming into this dungeon itself, pretty blind.
What we worked
the
out...
knowledge of other Zelda games, but...
What we worked out was that, evidently, it seems like their direct knowledge comes from the same kind of knowledge I had in 2017 when I gave up this game.
Yeah, because I apparently gave up just around the same exact point as Ulti. It's a great, as I'm sure, Ulti, you also felt. It's a cool game, it's a fun game, just, not engaging enough. Picked up some other game around the same time.
Honestly, I would say I've been faring better with it since resuming the game.
That's good. Because I know some people really, really like this game, and it is from that era of, edgy GameCube games that I absolutely adore.
Honestly, there is just kind of this really fun vibe I have. I think that's kind of what made me feel like I wanted to play the game again, was just picturing, the way it just flat out looks. There's something about, this old, PlayStation 2 style of, and obviously, yes, this was not on the PlayStation 2, but, just that general style of, that era of gaming and trying to be realistic as possible, in and of itself is kind of, an art style nowadays, of just, it's there's something nostalgic to me about it.
Yeah, it's like the second, for some reason, what always sticks in my head is that second generation of Spyro games. The ones where instead of, being a cute little collectathon, it's you're an edgy dragon and
okay, so
flying across the sky.
So you're talking about Legend of
everywhere.
Spyro, not Enter the Dragonfly.
Exactly, I'm talking about Legend of Spyro, the second generation. Were those PS2 or PS3?
The first two were PS2, and that era.
Gotcha.
The third one I have not played yet. Also, this reminds me of a thing. Sorry, hold on. This room. I've been editing this Let's Play as I record it, more or less, and the episode I just edited was the one in the big dark cave. And in that episode, I'm pretty certain I was like, damn, it's so dark in here, I can't see anything. I can't see anything at all. I'm probably supposed to come back here later when I have something that can, help me see stuff. This was at a point when I completely forgot that the first item we goddamn get in this game is a lantern. And I'm blaming the fact that it was 2017 when this was even relevant to me. And I forgot that it was a thing. So, yes, I apologize for that 2 episodes ago. It's not a great excuse, but it is a reasonable one. 6 years can make somebody forget they have an item.
I'm certain that there were some people that were absolutely screaming at the screen at that point. But,
just you wait. I'm guaranteeing that there are some people who are going to comment on me on me not picking up the goddamn bugs for 2 episodes because like I didn't press A on them. I had to look it up in between episodes how to pick up the bugs because I was just expecting there to be a bug net. And I didn't bother, like, having Link walk manually up to the bug and press the A button.
You need to play more modern Zelda games. Those are all about pressing the A button around bugs.
Technically, the only Zelda games that I've really played, aside from this, are both more modern than this one. A Link Between Worlds and Skyward Sword.
Those are both very modern.
Well, except for A Link to the
However,
Past.
in neither of those... Yeah.
Also, what is this? Poe Sisters? This certainly seems like a Forest Temple Ocarina of Time reference.
Yeah, very... If those aren't Poes, I don't know what are.
You're a Poe.
Whoa. Whoa. I've become 10% more spectral.
Anyways, dog time.
That is something that, all the delightful innovations we've had in Zelda, we've yet to see Link turn into a dog again. And I think, as far as I know, I'm sure, like, Hyrule Warriors or something, and I guess technically in Animal Crossing New Leaf, we also got Wolf Link.
There is a Wolf Link in Breath of the Wild if you use the amiibo that came with this game.
Oh, right, there is.
But it's also not Link, it's like a separate thing.
Yeah, I remember doing that in Breath of the Wild. And I do believe... I don't know this for a fact because I haven't used my amiibo in it yet. But I believe I've seen online that in Tears of the Kingdom, instead of summoning Wolf Link to your side, when you use it, you just get a bunch of meat. Which I'm sure is supposed to be like, oh yeah, because it's a Wolf Link, and wolves really like eating raw meat, and it's very useful to, you know, eat that. It doesn't read that way. It definitely feels like someone, Midna got a little too angry at her little wolf boy.
Dog meat. It's Fallout.
Delicious.
Anyways, we're smelling out Poes, in case you weren't aware of what's going on screen. Gotta appreciate our
I wish I could smell ghosts.
Blind audience who are only listening to this.
I love that. I feel that. I specific call out to you, blind audience, who is only listening to this, or people who are using it as a podcast who have put their phones in their pockets while like doing dishes or something. You're the real MVPs.
I think Link's in a bit of trouble here.
Really? What makes you think that? Seems pretty alright. Yeah, see? He just gave a thumbs up.
This isn't Terminator, and that was a sword. Swords don't have thumbs.
No, I'm pretty sure that was just a very big metal thumb. And wait, this isn't Terminator? Oh god, I gotta recalibrate everything.
Okay, so I see how you were supposed to do this. You're supposed to hookshot your way over, and then these platforms sink when you stand on them, but you stand on them to go back. But luckily, it doesn't really matter because I got the chest anyway. And I got a heart here, so there was no consequence.
He said.
Anyways. Oh, that's something I can talk about. Elgato, my capture card for those not in the know, has been mucking up a little bit today because, you know, of course it would. So, just as a couple of just in cases, one of the things that I've wound up doing is I've turned the fan on, and so it's blowing on directly on the Elgato. So if you hear that in the background, that's what that noise is. It's not anything too different from my usual, because, like, there are plenty of times when I will turn the fan on, and it's just kind of a thing in my recording experience. I don't have the most professional anything. I'm not a professional. I do this for fun. I'm gonna push this thing with my head. It's not going in the direction. Okay, now it is. But yeah, I just figured I should, like, at least, you know, let people be aware of what's going on. Hello, what are you? I'm gonna attack you, because that's what I do. I'm a dog.
Dogs do love to attack large, just boards, I guess? I'm not sure what to call that.
I think it was a Gibdo.
Oh, there she is.
I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look at it. It was like some sort of skeleton thing.
Dogs do love to eat bones, so that's one of the few things I know about dogs. That's a lie. I know many things about dogs. I know everything about dogs, actually. If you have any dog-based questions, feel free to ask.
Well, you are like your Sona is like a wolf, so right now I'm playing as you.
Exactly. I'm basically just like Wolf Link. I am a wolf, although my Sona is in fact a wolf. Although, if you really look deeper into it, there's a lot more doggy there than you might expect. A lot more, just absolute puppy mode.
Okay,
you know how it is.
I was experimenting with this to see if like I could push it to different positions, but it does not seem the way. So, I think I just was coming in here for a key.
I think you're right. If that affects something, I don't think we know what yet.
Well, there was a locked door over here, I think. Well, there's a door over here, but it's not locked.
Ah.
And there's a door up here, and that's also not locked. So I don't know where that key's gonna go, but it's gonna go somewhere.
To viewers, if it seems like I'm extremely ignorant in whatever is being shown on screen, it's because currently, for some reason, my internet's not great. I'm working with maybe 4 frames a second, so I'm seeing generally what's happening.
Oh, that's
it's a little bit with a delay.
That's lovely.
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Well,
I'm still here. I can still experience it generally.
We found the key door. Oh, this is where this goes. Do I want to go that way though? Well, one Poe went into the wall. I can't seem to go into that wall. And there's no spinny thing. There's a hookshot target. Interesting. So what are your thoughts on sand?
I love it. I think it's coarse. I think it's rough. I think it gets everywhere, and those are my favorite things about it. I'm a big fan. Honestly, I'm trying to think of like sand dungeons in different Zelda games or just games in general. I'm a big fan of like in a game if you're in a big desert and you just have to run along it for a really long time. Again, to reference the Zelda games I've been playing the most recently, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, those have deserts, and so much of that world, it's an open world game, so much of it is populated with so much, but in the deserts, truly you just run along endlessly. It's just so much sand, and so when suddenly like a giant sandworm comes out, or a camp of bokoblins, or whatever, it feels a lot more impactful because of the scarcity.
Okay. Well,
what about you? What's your experience with sand?
Scorpions.
They do have those. Scorpions, spiders. What did we see before? Snakes. You gotta have a giant sand snake. It's Dune cemented itself as a part of pop culture for many reasons.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what Dune is? Okay, so Dune is a book. It's a classic fantasy book by Frank Herbert that is about.
I see what.
It's about a prince who is destined to become the chosen one and has dreams about it. And there's space cocaine, and when you do it, you get magic powers. And the main planet that everything takes place on is a huge, vast desert. And to cross the desert, if you just walk along the desert, there will be these giant sandworms that exist underneath and can sense your footprints, sense like your footsteps, and then they are like, oh, okay, there's dinner, and they come out from the sand and eat you. And that is truly the most important thing you need to know about Dune. There's a lot more about it. It's very influential to the fantasy genre, but the most thing that you need to know, giant sandworm.
Okay. I wonder if it impacted Shadow of the Colossus any. Because that's the
for sure.
That's the
For
first giant
sure a
sandworm
lot.
I can think of.
I mean, makes sense, and I guarantee you, I would be amazed if some of the developers of Shadow of the Colossus didn't directly look to Dune for that.
I got the compass.
Gosh, I miss those. I miss the delight of just getting the map in the compass.
You missed the delight
The
of
Zelda
knowing where
dungeon.
north and south are.
Yeah. I don't know where north and south is. You could tell me it's any direction where I am right now, and I would just believe you. I don't have a compass
that
on
way.
me. I believe you inherently, simply and implicitly.
Okay. So this is interesting. According to the dungeon map, I can go in this direction, and there's a thing there, but like, how?
I mean, it may be
Maybe-
type of thing.
maybe the
you know,
dog-
classic Zelda thing where you don't have the item for it yet, or dog mode. Yeah.
Maybe dog. I know what the dungeon item is in this dungeon. I don't have any idea how it would help in this situation.
Gotcha. Because I super don't, but dog mode might help. Dogs are good at jumping.
So you don't know what's coming up. Interesting, because I do.
I
Thanks
honestly
to
don't.
old Zelda YouTuber random stuff, I am aware of the boss of this dungeon and therefore the item of this dungeon. But now I won't say anything about it because I don't want Vinyl to be surprised. I do want Vinyl to be surprised.
If you don't want me to be surprised, you should tell me right now. But I'd like for me to be surprised too.
Yeah, this is probably the only dungeon I have any real awareness of, and before it's really just the dungeon item, the boss, and the fact that there's sand here. That's really it.
Well,
I don't even know what an
making
arbiter
an
is, much less what
educated-
its ground is.
well, I can tell you about one of those two things. The ground is sort of the thing that you're walking on right now.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Just you wait till I get to tell you about ceilings. It'll blow your mind. My prediction for the boss, one of three things. I'm gonna go giant sandworm, of course, or giant skeleton, classic Zelda fashion, maybe with like a glowing eye or something, or being made of stone and rocks.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I knew it! I knew it! It was Sans the whole time.
Sand?
It always is. Sans. Ooh. Ooh, now that's good.
Anyway, what was your third thing?
Third thing is giant animated structure made of cubes, made of like stone cubes of some sort. Perhaps
So
two
Minecraft.
glowing hands, two floating hands. Yeah.
So basically,
or like,
basically,
in-
your three predictions are Dune, Sans, and Minecraft. Gotcha.
Yes. Which, if you haven't met me before, those are some pretty good three cultural touchstones to sort of assume a lot about my personality. Dune, Undertale, and Minecraft. I'm perfectly happy with those three. In my brain, what I'm thinking of is in Mario Kart DS, the like hands that you fight in the mission mode.
IROC, the boss from
There
Mario
it is.
64, who comes back in Mario Kart DS.
There you go. It's even more evident of myself that showing that I super have not played. I've played some of 64. Throw flames at me, internet, but I got bored of it. Honestly, I don't like Mario games. They're too. It's not that they're too easy in that they're it's not enough of a challenge. It's just they're so smoothly and easily designed that it doesn't take any mental power for me to play them. So the moment that I finish a Mario game, I immediately forget everything that's happened in that Mario game. I've like nearly 100%ed Super Mario, I believe 3D World on the Wii U, and I could tell you about maybe 2 levels in it.
I mean, 3D World is one of the more generic ones. You're not really gonna get any question about that one.
That's fair.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
I haven't played like Odyssey, for example, for no reason other than I don't know. I don't feel a big enough need to.
Experimentation time.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
It's the only thing I see.
I mean, understandable. You know, it's worth experimenting no matter what. If you see a giant hole that's a bunch of sand is sinking into, there's truly only one way to find out what it's going to do to you.
So what do I do in this room? Because, like, I can't reach anything. There's no hookshot targets or anything. What items do I have? None that would help me.
Take the lantern out again, see what happens.
I can't push or pull this block over here. And this was just money, so I don't, like, have a new key or anything.
This may be a platforming challenge. Maybe this is also doggy mode?
There might be something invisible.
If you don't see anything on the walls.
This has given me nothing. Midna sometimes will, like, warp around if there's, like, a thing that she can have the dog jump to, but she's not doing that here. I'm not in control of that, that's just when the game decides that. I still can't, like, push this block, so I don't really know. I think I have to come back here later. But the weird thing is, like, I don't see, like, another door in this room, except, like, over there, so, like, I don't know. But if I can't go in this direction, then that raises the question. Oh, wait, hold on. Thanks to the compass, I can see that there's a chest in this room somewhere that I haven't gotten yet. Oh, on the other side.
Once again, you know the item you're going to be getting, so you might be able to assume.
Yeah, but we're also like
helpful in that room.
A couple of rooms into the dungeon. Like, I'm not really expecting to get the dungeon item until, like, at least the second episode that we're recording.
That makes sense.
For all I know, there's just gonna be, like, me versus letter X. Or it's the map. Okay. So I don't know if that's really going to help me much. Okay, well, let's actually look at the map at least. Oh, wait, hold on.
You gotta get information from somewhere.
There's stuff up here. Okay, I don't seem to be able to do anything about that, but it's good to look up. You know, that's something gamers don't do.
It's true. Every single time in a movie, like, there's like someone hears the main character outside, and then they open the door and they look to the left and they look to the right and they don't see them, and then they go back in, and then the camera pans up and the hero is like dangling above, like, you know, Spider-Man holding themselves above. That has been conditioned into my brain so much that now every single time I hear a knock on a door and I open it up and I don't see anyone, left, right, immediately up. It's you look left first, you look right first, then you look up. You gotta check, because they might be up there. If movies have taught me anything. Also, most likely that chandelier is going to be something you either get to jump down onto or just hookshot from on a higher up floor.
Huh. Maybe I just missed something on the other pathway here, honestly, because, like, the best I can figure, really. It's just hard to figure out. Clearly there's just something that I'm not seeing in the dungeon. But, like, the thing that I like about Zelda dungeons is that they can be puzzles like this. They're things to figure out. You have to use your brain. Your mind things. Got nothing from that.
That's something. That's something that you don't like about Zelda games, is that you have to use your brain for them.
No, I do. I said I do.
Gotcha. Okay.
I do like it.
Misheard you. I was very confused hearing the opposite, and 100% agree. That's like.
I mean, you're the one who likes making people not use their minds. You like brain dead stuff.
I do. That's why I got.
You say after just complaining about, like, how Mario is brain dead.
Yeah, I like making other people experience brain dead stuff.
So you're gonna make everybody else
games,
play Mario games, basically.
Yes, that's my goal. My goal is to have everyone but me play every Mario game.
Well, I'm already on it.
Perfect. See? Today, Ulti, tomorrow the world.
Do 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 do. Okay, so we're back on the second floor. That brings us here. There's the treasure chest. I couldn't get this direction. And then there's a pathway this way. How do I... There's something that I'm clearly just not grasping yet. Because, like, there's a pathway this way that I can't seem to go through. Can't hookshot it. Can I, like, lantern it to death? Nope. Maybe I blow it up. I haven't had tried bombs yet. Would you like a bomb? The answer is no.
I would like a bomb.
Grab? I can grab this! Damn it, I tried! I thought I tried to do that, but it didn't work. I genuinely was, like, inspecting that thing, and I don't think a prompt showed up earlier. Okay. Oh, so you're not a Gibdo, you're a Redead with a sword! Okay, so they're Redeads. Interesting. Or maybe they just combined Redeads and Gibdos, because they definitely seem more like mummy-y. Okay, well, we got a small key. Alright. And we found a door to that key. Alright. Good to know. Basically just the game saying, hey, fight the Redead. Alright, well, we made progress.
We're very proud of our enemies.
That's good. We made progress. Yeah. We figured out what was going on. And by we, I mean I, because you have 4 frames a second.
Yeah, admittedly, I'd love to be helping more. It's very difficult for me to. I'll be so honest. I'm genuinely sorry.
You gotta get better internet over there in insert United States state that I won't say because I don't want to dox you.
Don't worry, rest assured, it's truly the middle of nowhere. It's truly the worst place to be for internet, for anything.
Ah, I see. Oklahoma. Okay, there's a little bit too many skeletons. Alright, so my solution is going to be... Okay, that didn't work. Never mind. I was gonna say my solution was gonna be to stun these guys with arrows. But they don't stay stunned long enough, depending on if you only shoot them with 1 arrow. This pile of sand seems suspicious.
What do you mean? There's never been anything under a big, suspicious pile of sand in a Zelda game. You said that some other ones you've completed were Skyward Sword?
Yes, I have an entire Let's Play of Skyward Sword.
I dare you think of even one time there was this thing hidden under a pile of sand in that game. Never. Never.
A big scorpion.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I also, as a whole item that's entirely based around blowing away piles of sand.
Yeah, and you fight the scorpion with it.
You certainly do.
There are several cubic tons of it.
A distinctly Nintendo thing that I always love. Any other game company would have a bunch of ghosts in their game, and they would call them ghosts. Nintendo calls these Poes for truly no reason. Poe sounds vaguely ghosty. Maybe it's got some sort of translation in another language or in some mythology that I'm not aware of that, like, means ghost, leans more towards the meaning of ghost. But to me, Poe is just a name. And I love that.
So apparently, during my battle, the lock-on undid itself, and you can't kill the guy if you've not locked onto him, so I had to fight him twice, essentially. Alright, that's 2 pose down. Alright. I will still maintain being dog.
You gotta stay dog mode. It's Twilight Princess.
More Zelda games need to have transformations. I feel like Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess are the only two that really deal with it. I guess Link to the Past.
There's
but
also
like barely
yeah,
any time is spent as a bunny in that game.
Yeah.
The bunny is more of like a punishment
It's
for
a
like
punishment.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly. Where you literally just walk around. You get to enjoy Link being a bunny for a little bit, and then it takes it away from you.
Ah! Ghost rats! I was like, why? I got a thing. Why did suddenly, why did the area like become darker? And then I was like, and then Wolf Link was just moving slowly. I was like, what's going on? Something's happening. The other thing is, because of the fan being turned on, I can't really hear the game too well, because I think there might have been an audio cue for that something happened, but I couldn't hear it. Just for the record. I should probably actually turn up the volume of the TV, just so that I might be able to hear things a little bit better. Oh, hey, look, another flame. I got it. Yay.
Easy as that. The architecture of Zelda Dungeons is so cared about. It is so player-centric and so focused on, like, you know, making sure every room makes sense to be in. Every place can connect to the next place that you need to go to. You sometimes see something before, and then you get to go there later.
Oh!
But as architecture living in,
this is the
where
room.
the arbiter wants.
This is the room that. Ah!
Oh, you found it.
This is the room we were in before, and that's what the. Okay. No, whatever. That's what this box is for. You can push it this way, and now it's a shortcut.
Oh. Oh, perfect.
Apparently I can climb that. I am a dog with a chain.
Yeah, come on, you're in dog mode, and it's a bunch of vertical lines. Of course you can climb them. It's like how dogs are so good at climbing trees.
Or, isn't that cats?
No. Dogs are great at climbing trees.
Why
Cats
can't
are the
the
ones that
dog
carry
open the
bones
treasure
everywhere.
chest? God damn it!
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
need a surprised Midna stamp!
Yes, you do. We all do. Everyone needs a surprise Midna stamp
I'm gonna
24/7.
stamp that on your butt.
Please. That's most people's reaction upon seeing my butt is surprise Midna.
Midna Pog. So is there something else I'm supposed to do right now, or...
So didn't this game come out like 2 years before they depreciated Miiverse?
It came out in 2016, the last year of the Wii U's life.
Yeah. So you really just didn't get to use those stamps. Yeah, okay. Miiverse was fully shut down in 2017, and I'm pretty sure you were unallowed to post even before then. So you really had barely any time to use Surprised Midna. You had to buy and play through most of Twilight Princess HD, and then post to Miiverse.
How do I get over
In
there?
a span of a year or less.
I'm so confused. Well, I got a shortcut, so let's just go back this way. Not die. Can I just, like, make that jump? I might
Only
just
one
be
way
able
to
to make
find
that
out.
jump.
Doggy mode, at least, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know your jump arc well enough
I
for
think the
this.
jump arcs are identical.
Oh, okay, well. Interesting. I remember there being... I think I'm just thinking of the instances in which Wolf Link, like, Midna jumps to a place to suggest for Wolf Link to jump there too. Because in my brain, Wolf Link has a higher jump.
Well, that didn't work.
You did something.
Link bonked his head and then died. Okay, well... It's definitely where I have to go, I just don't understand it. Here's the other thing. There's a pathway over that way, which, like, perfectly aligns up with the chandelier.
Yeah, for sure the chandelier's tied to that.
It makes me confused how that works exactly.
You pull that chain and then it slowly goes back down?
I mean, yes.
I'm just trying to... I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think something through.
I'm feeling like there should be something that's like... It rotates somehow, I guess. I don't know. Well,
yeah.
What did this get me? Nothing. Okay, well, let's look for more hook shot
Congratulations.
There's that over there. I don't think that gets me anything. Let's do this again. Link will pull the chain and do something. What if I let him get crushed? Aha! Letting him get crushed was the answer. I solved the mystery. Are you proud of me? Are you here?
Incredibly proud.
Okay.
I'm very, very proud. I was just trying to think of any way to actually help with the dungeon, and I realized all the information I knew. You remember that like weird spindle you were pushing along and realized that you first encountered and then realized you could actually do a button prompt?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if that was related to this at all, because genuinely, geographically, puzzle-wise, I had no idea how that was tied to this.
I was only unsure because I was like, oh, maybe like the internet died or something because you hadn't said anything.
No, you're good. I'm trying to be helpful when I really should just be comic relief.
God damn it! I knew you were evil.
How could you tell? Was it the fact there were a bunch of... It was a round room with a bunch of skeletons lying on the ground? God, just once, I wish I would walk into a room and have the door close behind me. And then suddenly I have to fight something inside. Just once.
How effectively would you be able to kill something, though?
Probably not very well. I would most definitely lose.
Oh, this is a Stalfos. They need to be killed by bombs, right?
Bombling.
It's just gone. It's just gone. Instant disintegration. I was expecting like a death animation or something, but it just poof.
No, it just immediately, absolutely immediately. No fanfare.
Okay, I got more bomb spiders. Oh, that was silly.
Most likely, if I got trapped in a room and there was a skeleton in there, I probably wouldn't be able to defeat the skeleton. It is just bones. and I might be able to fight. I might be able to fight just bones. I just feel like it would come back together, you know?
What if you were in this room and all you had to do was like get through like the wooden bars, open a treasure chest, get a bomb spider, and then chuck it at the skeleton, and it instantly evaporates? Do you think you'd be able to do that?
I mean, I definitely think I could do that. I think whether or not I could keep myself from also dying of the bomb spider is a different story.
Well, if they operate off of Zelda logic, they don't actually hurt the person who throws them.
That's true.
They
if
cause
I'm in-
physical
if I'm in
knockback,
Zelda
but not
logic, I'm
actual
fine.
health.
If the world worked like a Zelda dungeon, I would be much better off.
The world
Things
worked
would
like
be
a
great.
Zelda dungeon. What would the dungeon item be?
Oh, interesting. What's one? Living in America, a car, perhaps. I feel like that's very multi-purpose. Maybe in the modern day, a computer or a smartphone. Because I can't think of any modern day equivalents of a hook shot or a boomerang.
Skeletons of Doom! Okay. So, is there an order that I have to do this in, or was that like the order punishment? Because it also put out the things. Hold on. Maybe dog mode tells me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
That one and then that one. Okay, so it's not an order, it's just the correct two. Gotcha.
That makes sense.
I sniffed out the solution.
I do love that. I do love that dogs can see ghosts.
They don't see
There's a lot
them,
of
they sniff them.
Ghosts. They sniff them, yes.
That's what that sense thing is. It's me sniffing. I see with my nose.
Follow your nose.
You smell very pretty.
Thank you. And you should follow that prettiness.
I have a feeling... Oh, some of these are like Poe lanterns, but one of them is like dangling through the wall over there, so I assume that that's the one that's going to be an evil Poe.
Yeah. Oh man. No way. An evil Poe in
There it
Zelda?
is.
After you've fought 2 or 3 evil Poes already? No way. No chance.
Gasp! There's more of them.
Oh no.
Rah. This is the only one that like was lit up at any point. I feel like I'm playing Mario Party.
Man, I wouldn't mind playing Mario Party against a bunch of not computer ghosts, but real actual ghosts.
Wait, did I just
Like
get
people with
20
unfinished
Poe souls
business.
from that one guy? Why was he worth so
Whoa.
many?
He's the big Poe that makes all the rules.
You say that, but honestly, considering that these Poes are bigger than the other Poes, I would not put it past this game to just say that that's a big Poe.
That does check out, actually, yeah. And, video game logic, the bigger something is, the more powerful and in command it is. I believe that's an explicit lore point in Dark Souls, is that the more you kill things, the physically bigger you get, and not, like, big and strong, but just, like,
No, I didn't want to jump in the
scales
hole.
you up in
No!
Unity. And you're going in the hole. It's whole time for you.
And Midna is just like, why did you do that?
She just starts laughing.
I think
Oh my
canonically
gosh. I'm
Link
still
does just
thinking
like
about-
absolutely fall in the hole and teleport there because Midna doesn't go in the hole and then Midna lands on you afterwards.
Oh, interesting.
Canonically Link teleports.
Interesting.
Right, so,
Yeah. Canonically, Sans just brings Link back to where he goes.
So is
back
that
to
the
land.
last one or is there one more? There's one more.
It's interesting because Zelda's one of the few games to, in its air quotes lore, give credence to the idea that in one game, if you die and get a game over, that's just canon. Like with Ocarina of Time and it's splitting off of timelines. One of the timelines is you play Ocarina of Time, you get a game over, and that's it. Link's just dead.
I figured it out. That room
What you gotta do?
is connected to this room. So if I spin it in this room, then I spin it in the room above.
Wait. That's what I was saying! I shouldn't have doubted myself! I literally said that before! And I was like, oh, but that's too silly. You already know that that's not a thing. Oh my god, I am sorry for not insisting enough. Oh my gosh.
I don't even remember you saying this.
I knew it.
I remember you talking about,
I did.
I remember you talking about, like, wondering if that was a thing that was going to happen at all. Oh, but how
yeah.
How do I get back out is the question.
I was theorizing that was connected to the chandelier in some way.
Because of the hookshot target! That's why there's a hookshot target there! It all comes full circle! There's a hookshot target, and there's a hole!
Games are so good. It's that moment of figuring things out and feeling like a genius. I love that so much.
I've got your number now, Poe. I figured out your little puzzle, and I can be a dog. Woo!
You get to figure out a tricky puzzle, and then you get to be a dog. And truly, what more could you want in a video game? I can't think of anything.
God damn it, skeleton thing. I'm trying to kill Ghost. No, I need to lock onto you. God damn it, the stupid skeletons! No longer a fan of Bubble. She's the worst Powerpuff Girl. Okay. There we go.
I just realized.
What?
It's because of Edgar Allan. I think that's why they're called Poes. Edgar Allan Poe, the Raven, and
you should speak on this nevermore,
etc.
Anyways, we have all the Poes now, so unless something happens in the central room, I think we can be done with this episode. Wow,
I think you're right. Yeah. Wow. That was clean. Genuinely clean. Could have been a little bit cleaner if I vocalized myself a bit more about solving the one piece of this puzzle that I did actually solve. But
I doubted
myself.
I don't remember
this is my character
this
arc.
up. Are you sure you were talking about this room in particular?
I promise you.
When you were talking about the thing to push, we were in the other room with the chandelier.
We were in the other room. Yeah. And does that thing not move the chandelier?
No. No, it doesn't.
Oh. My mistake. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Like, chandelier is a completely different room.
Gotcha. Well, that rotates something. I was right about
right
about the rotating thing rotating something. Never mind.
All right. Well, anyways,
I'm super wrong.
Well, we're gonna go in that direction next time on Let's Play Zelda Twilight Princess, and maybe Vinyl will solve a puzzle.
Nope. Spoiler alert. Nope.